Look really dark, doesn't it?
Does. It's not as good as you would think, you know?
It's looking awfully rough. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Yes. What is it? Face, lip,
Face, give me face, eat me what?
Okay.
Vogue, eat me face, lick me what?
It's a podcast.
Something like that.
Is that what it is?
We're trying to channel Justice Stewart, who's now in New York City. So
Producer Stewart.
Producer Stewart. Love me face, eat me what? Vogue, love me face, eat me what?
Eat me what? You guys, welcome to the Hey Frase podcast. I'm your host, Sarah Fraser, along with AJ on the mic. It's Monday. It is post Golden Globes. It is post an insane weekend of television. If you're like me, I mean, I don't know, I'm getting to the age where, I'm exhausted at 4:00. Don't even have the kid. I am. I'm so beat. I'm like, oh God.
Not even married, doesn't even live in a house, has a beautiful, just small little apartment. No kid, still just wiped.
Oh, beat at 4:30. Ready for a cocktail, ready for my jammies. And what's on the television? Oh, yeah. And by the way, I love that. Like all millennials, and I consider myself a millennial, all millennials are cutting the cord except for Dan and me. Like we don't, because we literally love television so much. We need all the fucking stations. We have like 800. We're like, I'm like, are they offering any more? Let's sign up for that one.
Yeah, my parents are cheap ass. I live at home. Hello. And they buy the most basic cable. Most of the time, we have the shittiest internet connection. Most of the time, shit doesn't even work. I'm like, Dad, reset the internet. And the box is in their room.
You guys still got dial-up?
Oh
You're
my
like,
God.
Freya, it's working now.
I'm like, okay, 30 minutes later, forget it. I don't even need it anymore.
No, Dan informed me that we're cutting the cord because we're getting married this summer. We're having a massive wedding in Maine, 216 people.
So excited.
We did our guest list. We have 216 people. And I want to know from you, because you're going through this with your brother, AJ.
Oh, yeah.
Who should you cut from the list?
Well,
I am really freaking torn. Like I am so torn. I'm talking like I have friends that I've known forever. A lot of people never thought this day would ever come, that we're actually getting married. And I'm just like, who do I invite?
Well, I was surprised I made the list. You were going through this and you didn't say my name yet. And I was like, oh shit, she's trying to tell me that I'm not invited. Okay, moving on. Paul Warden, don't invite. Dan's
Paul's watching today. And we said, Paul, we're going to throw you so much shade.
Paul's watching from the Hamptons.
But Paul, okay, because you guys know that we're live on Facebook right now. It's Hey Frase Podcast is my Facebook page. We're also live on YouTube, which is Hey Frase. We do have some announcements that we're going to be making about the Hey Frase show in regards to Facebook. So we're going to get to that later on. We've got to talk R. Kelly because that's what I was referring to. Surviving R. Kelly. Luis is here, who's our digital content creator. He has been frantically watching the episodes. I was glued all weekend long. 5 episodes, maybe it was 6 episodes. And they released them 2 per night. It was, I cannot even believe it. And I have some big updates from R. Kelly over the weekend.
From R. Kelly.
Yes.
So I just caught up with Bird Box, crazy movie. So I've only read the backlash and the responses of the R. Kelly and what you've told me. So I've got to get back on this R. Kelly. So it's just, everybody's been telling me, they've been glued to the television. It's insane. It
is so disturbing. And I was in radio for years. We played all his music.
Yes.
I never met him. He never came to 99.5, or before that I was in classic rock. And then when I was at 107.3, we were kind of like a mixed, kind of a top 40. So he never came to the radio station, thank God. Oh my God, but what a dark life.
What a dark life.
Yeah, and just sad that, it's taken so long. He did have a sad upbringing for sure. I mean, and I guess the part that I was a little disappointed about in the documentary, and I'd be curious, Dream Hampton is the woman who produced the whole thing. She did an incredible job. But I will say a couple of years ago, I'd read an article in Rolling Stone magazine that essentially for the first time he went into, R. Kelly did, he suffered sexual abuse from an aunt. It was like the first time he ever had named to it. He didn't name her name. Okay. But he basically said it was an aunt who raped him from the age of like 9 to 15. Like that is hardcore shit. Because usually women are not
the ones
like sexually abusing kids hardcore like that. So the guy is so messed up. Yeah. The documentary, if you haven't seen it, is on Lifetime. It is, you're not even going to believe it.
And they're just replaying it, right? So you can catch it again.
You can catch it all the time. It's probably like on as we speak. And I'll give you the long and short. because I really, and I want to get to today, there's just so, all weekend long, you probably saw it like trending in your feed. I was so compelled to write something about it. And I just was so disgusted because, I can remember when the sex tape came out and everybody like used to joke about it. Dave Chappelle did comedy about it because R. Kelly peed in this girl's mouth. Now, I didn't realize that girl was 14 years old.
Oh my God.
Yes. And he was actually arrested and charged with that, but was found not guilty on child porn charges.
For peeing in somebody's mouth. So, which is like,
the documentary it talks to an ex-wife. It talks to his two brothers. One's in jail, who's a hot mess, who basically just goes, oh yeah, everybody knows that Kel's like loves our young women. And you're just into what you're into. And you're like, oh
that's
my God.
That's not an excuse. Yeah, that's not an excuse.
And then, but it talks to parents who lost their daughters, where R. Kelly would essentially, he'd meet them at concerts. He would be like, hey, come on back. Like, I'm going to help you get a music contract. These girls, like 15, 16 years old, he'd be like, come and audition for me. Lots of times they wouldn't tell their parents. They'd go by themselves.
Oh my.
And that's when it would all start. Sometimes he'd have sex with them, like first encounter. And of course, no one, who's going to say no?
No, right. You're like, this is the start of my career. I'm taking off.
Remix to Ignition, how big that song was. I Believe I Can Fly, massive song that you played at every
big. Wow.
Right, every high school graduation. Step in the Name of Love, like every wedding. Like, I mean, and his music crossed like all ages, all genders. He went from like nasty bump and grind to this motivational I Believe I Can Fly with Michael Jordan, perhaps the like biggest celebrity athlete of all time. So they talk about how he built a life of basically giving himself a lot of legitimacy. Mm-hmm. So when he would prey on these kids and parents, you're thinking, this is R. Kelly. Like this dude
Nobody thought it was weird. Yeah.
Nobody thought, has a place in Chicago, completely like a sex cult where he's holding these women. They have to go downstairs, ask him when they can eat. He forced these girls to have like threesomes with other young women.
Right. And they were like, I guess we'll do it because we want to be famous. And it took so long for this all to come out, like so long. That's what creeps me out because I'm thinking like, wow, I was like, this was in the 90s.
Well, this is 90s and 2000s. The documentary literally starts when R. Kelly like starts becoming famous, so like marries Aaliyah. The craziest part about this, and we got to get somebody that's like an expert in the hip hop world and everything. Aaliyah's mother came out right when this documentary dropped and said that they were never married, which is bullshit because years ago, a TV network found the marriage license that Aaliyah lied, said that she was 18 years old, and they actually got married. Then they got it annulled because Aaliyah's parents were so furious. But that's actually true. So it's like, what is going on with Aaliyah's, like, did they actually know and they like were okay with it?
Right.
Were they paid off by R. Kelly? There's so many rumors. And the other thing that was fascinating is a lot of big name celebrities that he worked with, Lady Gaga, Celine Dion, Jay-Z, Lil' Kim, Mary J. Blige, a lot of them would not be interviewed for this. Questlove's been getting like a ton of heat.
And why do you think that is?
Well, it's interesting because I get down the rabbit hole of reading this. Celine Dion's husband was like 35 years older than she was. Celine Dion's husband met her when she was like 13.
Oh my God.
They've always come out and said that nothing was ever and maybe that's true. I mean, I'm not saying, because Celine Dion has rabid fans, so they were all over my Instagram. Right. Leave Celine the fuck out of this. Celine. I'm like, look, I like Celine too. Okay,
when you meet a 13-year-old and then you later hook up with them, you're like, were you not sexually attracted when they were 13?
Can you imagine right now, like some fucking 13-year-old boy podcaster coming in here with like 4 mustache hairs, wanting his own fucking show, and then us marrying him in like 8 years? I'm sorry.
And being like, I was never attracted to him when he had 4 mustache hairs.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, I remember you with 4 mustache hairs. Like, I don't care what you've come back as. You might look like Michael B. Jordan, but P.S. I'm now 45.
Like, you're like 20 years younger than me.
You ain't getting this old snatch. Like, it ain't happening. Like, what is wrong with people? So then there's all the rumors, Jay-Z, that he was hooking up with and developing Foxy Brown when she was like way underage.
Right.
And so there's like then Beyonce and Jay-Z allege that they met when Beyonce was 18, but a lot of people say that's not true. That he
met younger. How many years apart are they?
I think they're like 14 years. And then he allegedly met her when she was like 16. Like that whole shit allegedly started when she was 16 and he would have been close to 30.
Damn.
So that's why they're saying all these people won't do it because they got all these skeletons and shit in their closet.
Mm. And now I like the whole thing with Drake. Drake's coming out with like, Drake assaulted girls on stage.
what is with these people? They can get people of all ages? Like, do you know, like R. Kelly could be
like, you get anybody.
But I mean, I'm with you. I think his background, unfortunately, so like, I mean, that's
messed
not
up.
an excuse. I mean, the guy
But
had
that
resources.
at least gives a little bit of explanation
he's
for
a pedophile.
how
Yeah, of course,
you end up like that. You know,
right. You have got to watch it. I want to know all your thoughts. I would love to talk to somebody in the hip hop business that can shed light on, what's going on, why these people won't come forward. Questlove says that he essentially was asked to talk about how great of a talent R. Kelly was, and he does not want to give any more legitimacy to his music. P.S. You can still stream all of R. Kelly's music on. I went to Spotify. I was like, okay, because in the documentary they said at one point about a year ago, Spotify had pulled his music.
right?
Then apparently Spotify didn't do it properly or legally or whatever. Now you can just put in ignition and it comes up. I'm like, is that dude still making money then from that?
He must be. Spotify should give out a response to that for sure.
By the way, R. Kelly today now has a band surviving R. Kelly documentary on change.org. They were looking for 2,500 signatures, and as of this morning, they have 1,500 people have signed. It says R. Kelly is an American singer, songwriter, and record producer. He's best known for songs such as Bump and Grind and I Believe I Can Fly. R. Kelly was considered one of the greatest. Lately, R. Kelly has been under major scrutiny due to recent, quote, cult allegations and an onslaught strategically created by a mass media to tarnish R. Kelly's image and career. R. Kelly also says, along with his team, this is just out on TMZ, that they are going to create a website to discredit every single accuser and Dreamhampton. Good luck, motherfucker. R. Kelly says he's vowing to expose his accusers for what he calls blatant lies being spewed. This dude is so far gone. And I think the couple of times that people have done interviews with him over the years, like he almost, when is asked about it, it's like, people that, how Michael Jackson, it never clicked with Michael Jackson.
Right. Yeah.
You shouldn't be inviting 12-year-olds over to sleep in your bed. Like,
yeah,
this is not, we are not on the same age. I know you believe you're Peter motherfucking Pan, but you're not.
It never registered.
So every interview I saw with R. Kelly, it was like, it never clicks with him that these girls are like 15 or 16 years old.
Right. In his eyes, they're developed and it's okay for me.
R. Kelly's first target is apparently Ashanti McGee. You might remember her. She's one of the women featured in Surviving R. Kelly. She claims that she was one of his, quote, sex slaves, but R. Kelly's team has put out a video that contradicts that. There's also going to be a Facebook and YouTube page going after all of these accusers. So, man, wow.
There's so much to follow in this story.
So much to follow. I would love your thoughts. You can definitely, we are live on Facebook, and you can leave your comments right now, or you can always email Sarah, SARAH @heyfrase.com. Paul is on. She said, I watched all the episodes. I am sick to my stomach about it. Paul is on. He says, I wish your ass wouldn't invite me to your wedding. The sky would open and soak everybody. #doom, #gloom, #happy marriage.
Wait, yeah. Can
We're
we get
getting an invite?
You're getting an invite, obviously.
Of course you are. But I'm really I do not know. How do you whittle down the guest list?
Okay, so friends that you haven't talked to in years, take off the list. People that you
talk to, everybody. Does it count online? What does count?
Right, I know.
What does counting talking mean?
People that you just could not live without them seeing your big day. Does that help?
Okay, yeah. I guess.
People that are not even going to make the effort to come because they're so busy.
See, I feel like the problem with Dan and me is no one believes, even up until August 9th.
Yeah.
No one listening, no one online, none of my friends, no one believes this is going to happen because everyone knows how mentally unstable I am. So everyone is going to be like, I'm going to Maine just to see if this bitch is really going to do it. And how much of a train wreck she is.
So they're just literally going to say that they actually saw it happen.
Don't you think?
Live
Aren't
in person. You keep on saying the date and we got the rings and we got the dress. And I'm like, right.
Luis doesn't believe. This is like two white rhinos mating in the wild. That's what people want to come see. They're like, oh, I want to see this. I want to see this.
Now, the funny thing about you guys, Dan, I think has always been ready for marriage. He just has been waiting for the right person. You, I think, just Mr. Jekyll, you're just all over the place. I don't know if you actually...
He is so excited. If I can tell you right now, we went engagement ring shopping at Mervis over the weekend.
I've been trying to get you to talk about this.
He is he was there and he's trying to figure out all the ways to buy me the ring of my dreams. I'm like, babe, I would marry you without the ring. Like we're finally at this point. Like I love you dearly. We've been through everything, like highs and lows. Like I don't need the 15,000. I don't need the massive ring.
Right.
Like don't stress yourself out.
Right.
He's like, I just want to get you the ring of your dreams.
Now, have you already planned out how you want him to propose to you? Because I feel like you're planning that out too.
No, I'm going to let go.
Like I want the Eiffel Tower. I want a baguette in my mouth with rosé, like on the grounds of the Eiffel Tower.
All right, keep going. Yeah, that sounds good. Give me some ideas. You've always good. By the way, AJ registry shops for me. It's amazing.
Sarah doesn't even have, actually you have a wedding date, but I've been already on Nordstrom.com finding all these beautiful cheese boards and like platters and stuff and plate sets. You have, I'm telling her all the stuff that she has to put on the registry. Hopefully she'll give it to me because you guys are all about like Marie Kondo and like letting go of all your stuff. So.
Oh, we're letting it all go.
But you're going to have a big registry, right? Like you're going to be ordering.
Please. Are you kidding? Don't you feel like when you get to my age, okay, so I'm north of 35. Just by a few months.
Just shy.
But anyway, I've been to so many baby showers, so many engagement parties. I've rolled out the red carpet and bought all these. I'm registering for so much shit. Like, I'm going to have 18 registries gone because I'm figuring like everything.
the entire invitation just going to be, we're registered at Macy's, registered at Nordstrom's, registered at Bloomies, registered at Crate and Barrel. I can't wait. You need to request everything, like lingerie.
I was like, okay, I'm going to register for all these things. And then I said to him, do you think like a money tree is tacky? Like when people first like, what do
you're like at a Greek wedding that's like, la, la, like a big fat Greek wedding. They're just, throw money, give it to me.
What's the one where they come around and the bride has like, she's got like a broom and they sweep it in. I'll do that dance. Dun-dun, dun-dun. Yes. Okay, everybody get out your coins.
I love that. You need to just do all of these. Just have people throw money. Let's get strippers.
Robbie wants to know, Sarah, when is this contest so we can come to your wedding? Because I'm thinking about that. I almost feel like so many listeners
people
like
from over the years,
they've
auction off a couple seats.
They've seen all the relationships. They've seen the Eds. They've seen the old men. They've seen the trainer who couldn't keep an erection. I mean, they've heard it all. They ought to come and witness.
Yeah, honestly.
Really?
So on top of the 250 people that you are choosing between, you have to now invite listeners.
I know. I really want to. They know the story of the guy that invited me out on his soccer night, and then I had to give a speech.
Okay.
I was the VIP guest.
I didn't hear about that story.
You didn't?
No. Tell me later.
This is a legendary one. Oh, I'll tell you now. This just reminds me of how good Dan is. I went out with a guy who actually, interestingly enough, did run a soccer league. So it's weird. I date these sports people. And it was our first date. And he was like, oh, hey, I've just got to drop by this work function. So we'll just go. And it's actually in Alexandria. It's on a boat. And it's just, I run this league. So
sounding good though.
We'll go out. It's like 2 hours, all you can drink. And then we'll go to dinner. So I'm like, okay, this sounds terrific. Let's get
hammered and then go to dinner.
Go out on the boat. And these people start coming up to me and they're like, oh my God, I saw that you were going to be the VIP presenter tonight. I'm so excited to hear you speak. I was like, what? Then I pick up, there was like these pamphlets and there I am on the front page. Tonight's speaker, Sarah Fraser from the radio, from Hot 99.5. And I go, oh, hey, Scott, like I guess I'm speaking. He's like, yeah, would you mind? Could you just like take the microphone and say a few things?
And
I was like,
a free appearance.
Fucking free appearance. I was supposed to be on a date, like finding the love of my life. So I just got hammered.
Swindled your ass. I would have just drank. I would have ran straight to the bar. All you can drink, all you can eat. Hand me the mic. Let's go. What did you give the speech about?
I don't even remember. I was just really drunk. I was like,
pulled some soccer facts out of your ass.
Yeah, I think I was just like, oh, you guys look great out there. What a soccer team. I don't know. I knew less about soccer then. I was like, who's the goalie? Like how many it was really bad. I couldn't wait to then he dumped me. Then, we got off the boat and he's like, did he even take you out to dinner? Really long night. Yeah. He's like, why don't we do a rain check on the dinner? And I was like, oh my God, are you kidding? Yeah. He didn't even take me to dinner. He was not on a date. He was using me to be as a free speaker. Meanwhile, I went home, got 2 pints of Ben & Jerry's because I was in my binge eating days. And just, that was it. So I'm happy to have found love.
Oh my, you've been through so much. You got to kiss a million frogs before you find a prince.
2 million.
That guy is an asshole. Did you ever egg his house? What's wrong with him?
No, I haven't. I don't think I've ever seen him since. Maybe I've saw him out once socially.
I would have dumped a drink on his ass. found some cocktail shrimp and threw it at him. What is his issue?
I know.
Okay,
It's crazy. Anyway.
So your wedding.
Yeah, I went ring shopping. So I'm looking to find the ring of my dreams. It's funny. Like you don't, like, I didn't think I would have any sort of, I thought I'd be really say la vie, like whatever. But then when you're in it, you're like,
maybe this isn't perfect. And
yes.
You were good with your dress. You went to like 2 stores and that was it.
I went to 2 stores. Yeah. Found this little boutique in Maine, tried on 4 things. I knew.
That's amazing. Like, so with the ring, it was a little different.
Yeah. I'm not sure what I want. And it's hard because like you can custom. It's hard to know, like, because you think about it as wearing it forever. So I'm like, oh, how do you decide? And then
I'm
who
not
are
looking
you
forward
gonna
to that.
invite? It's crazy.
Okay, well, Paul Wharton's on the list.
Paul Wharton's making the cut.
And you guys have such big families, so that's the hard part, right?
And that's what I kind of think too. Yeah, in my family, we have like 100 people on my side and 40 something are kids. But see, if I don't invite the kids, the parents aren't going to come.
Right.
Like this is Maine here. Okay, people do not have live-in nannies, right? They're just like one parent. Like one parent doesn't work and stays home with the kids. Like they're not.
I'm all for kids at weddings. Like I'm not going to say don't bring your kids. Like what? I have a problem with that.
I know. I'm going to invite the kids, and we talked to one caterer, and they were going to do like a chicken nugget bar. So I was like, perfect.
Have crayons and coloring books. Bam, keep them over there.
It's just the way the budget is shaping up. Like the chicken nugget bar might have to be for everybody. Like it could be for everyone. Like Leslie Okendo, you know, our former digital content creator, she was like, you know, they're doing this new thing where they just drive up a food truck and they just serve pizza to everybody. I'm like, to everybody? She's like, everybody.
Everybody.
But isn't that like awful for you guys to come all the way to Maine and then we serve you pizza and a chicken nugget bar? Yeah, of course it is. Of course. Like you need a cheese board. You're expecting like a thing.
Not a whole thing, but like, you know, you could choose between chicken, vegetable dinner, and then a steak or something, and you get the choice. And then they have like a salad bar. Everybody just eats from that.
I can't wait. I just feel like I am going to document the entire process.
You have to. You asked me to, and I was like, no, I'm going to be drunk. So I'm not documenting anything. You're like, can you social media the whole event? I'm like, who? Where?
But I think you gotta pick it up when you're drunk because like it will be so much fun.
I'll make a speech. It'll be a blurry.
And I'm excited. There's some people that are coming that are single or maybe not like fully committed, and I'm really excited. Like I feel like Paul could hook up with my uncle. Like I feel like there's going to be some really good. I feel like shady sex going on. It's gonna be awesome.
In the barn, I always get back to this. Where are people gonna fuck after the like? I don't understand. Like we're all sleeping in.
Are staying. We already have the hotel reserved. They're staying at the Cod Cove Inn. So
that sounds nice.
Cod Cove Inn. And then we have a shuttle bus that will be picking everybody up, taking you to the church. The church is already reserved. Dan and I got to do all our Catholic things. Then the church is the oldest church in New England.
Oh my God. I thought you were doing this in your mom's backyard, like super fairy wedding.
So we're taking you all to the church.
To the church first.
Then we're going to my mom's.
Amazing.
So then the shuttle buses will shuttle you to my mom's, and then it's going to be tented in her apple orchard. You know, but we've got to figure out like great food, food. And we have an airplane theme because we met on a plane.
An airplane theme?
Yeah, we met like sitting next to each other. So at one point, you guys are all going to put on your captain's hats.
Oh,
and we're going to do our song, Frase Flight 321. And then we're going to like tell our love.
Wait. Frabin Flight.
So Dan and I have a fictional, like we go back and forth and we talk about the night that we met because we were
literally on a flight.
We were on a flight. We were on a flight from Tampa, Florida to DC. It was like my last radio gig. And I sit down next to him and I'd had several cocktails.
Obviously.
And he was really cute. I was like, oh, this guy. And he had his little nerdy weather app out.
Which was Jesus Christ. Oh my. He was
checking all the storms. And I was like, oh, well, you know, are we getting out of here, big guy? he was like,
what's the forecast look like?
What's the forecast look like? Hot stuff. And he was
like,
no.
Well, actually.
And then he like fed me. He was like, you know, I just don't worry about these things. You know, you can't control these things. P.S. Meanwhile, after I know him and lived with him for 6 years,
he was freaking the fuck out in that plane.
He documents everything. He's got a spreadsheet for a spreadsheet. Like, yes. And then we we got back to DC. I had one business card left. It was coffee stained, crumpled up. I was like, great to meet you.
Nice.
He emailed me like a couple days later, put his phone number at the bottom of the email.
Bingo.
My coworkers were like, you got to text him. That's a sign. And then he didn't. Then he called me and asked me to dinner.
He didn't text you. He actually called you and asked for an invite.
Yeah. And then, we've been going to dinner on and off. We've had a few bumps in the road.
Moves. Oh, just to mind a few bumps.
So that's fine. We're on the right path.
Every relationship has bumps. You're on the path to marriage.
Oh, is that my phone? Is this Dan calling?
From Maine, actually.
Oh, it's probably a wedding planner.
Bangor, Maine.
Oh my God.
Maybe we should call them back
on my wedding dress.
Could be.
Anyway, so it's going to be fun, but we are writing a song and performing a number about Frabin Flight 321, which will be our love story.
This sounds actually incredible. Okay, this I will drunkenly get on your story and I will record the whole thing.
Yeah. It was a crazy old night. The weather, a fright. And then we're like, going to
oh dear God, she started writing it. Oh dear God, we're going into song now.
It's going to be super fucking cheese. And my soon-to-be husband is like super upset about this. I hired a choreographer.
Wait, this is going to be a song and dance, a whole number move.
It's going to be a number. Teddy Beats is doing the score. I've got a choreographer for real. We're coming out.
This sounds so amazing. I can't even wait. Now I'm excited. Okay, everybody's going to want to be at this wedding,
My niece is the flight attendant. She's going to come out in her little cute little, she's 12 years old. She'll be 13. She's coming out in her little outfit and she's going to have pretzels. And I need your help because we're going to get stickers over them. Frabin Flight 321 pretzels. Everybody gets pretzels. Everybody gets a captain's hat. And then they need to be up on their feet while we sing our love song to each other. I mean, my husband's going to kill me. Like he's already upset. Like, Dan is not a public guy. He literally is like, we are living Dolly Parton's relationship. You're going to see him one last time on August 10th. And then he'll be
behind
will be
closed
like
doors.
David Miscavige in Scientology. People will be like, where's our husband? Where's our husband?
Where is he?
Locked in the basement. I'm just cashing all his checks.
This number sounds amazing. Yeah.
Oh, my life right now is bananas. And is it like, and this is how batshit too I am. Like, I won't marry him before he gets a life insurance policy. Is that crazy?
No, that's actually taking precautions.
Thank you.
Good for you. See?
What else you guys want to know? Come on in.
Come on in.
Come on into
Full
my undie drawer. Here it all is.
So, okay, you've talked about the life.
People are like, honestly, though, how do we get to this wedding? Eventbrite.
Literally, Eventbrite that shit.
Oh my God. People are loving your headphones. They're bedazzled and shiny. You guys can always log on to Facebook. People are dying at Paul Wharton. Paul Wharton says, I'm hooking up with your brother. Forget the uncle. I want the brother in the Cod Cove Inn penthouse.
Honey, I don't know if it's much of a penthouse, but
it could potentially not be. Anyway, be sure to comment today. We have so much to get to. We'll do a recap of the Golden Globes. AJ, you have so many funny things happening in your life that we love to talk about.
All the time.
You and your girlfriends out over New Year's Eve. We didn't really get a recap of like what happened to you.
I know, New Year's Eve. I was in New Jersey and I have a lot of friends that live in this one building together. It's like a huge dorm hall. So she gets too excited and she usually is a smoker, not a drinker. So anyway, we got like wasted that night. She ends up face planting, falling on the like the sink, hits her eye. I'm going to say sink. I don't really know what it was. But anyways, after 15 minutes of like vomiting everywhere in her bathroom, we're all just sitting there waiting for her, like listening to her vomit.
Oh my God.
And then all of a sudden we just hear her go, shit. And she falls, face plants, and she was out for the night. So we went to the next party.
You never seem to really get blackout, though. It's amazing to me. You were just like...
Well, you haven't been there for the times. I do.
You're like the Andre the Giant of drinking. Like, you never go down. You're just like...
Well, the funny thing about Hispanics, we all say that we can drink. We're like, we're tanks, but we always black out. So, like, we're not actually tanks. Like, we can't actually drink that much.
But you like walking blackout, right? Like you're still functioning.
I'm a functioning blackout.
I'm talking to you. It's just the next day. You have no idea.
Exactly. They're like, you blacked out last night? I was like, yeah, I'm gone. We went out to the bar. They're like, yeah, we were all taking shots, dancing. I'm like, what was this? What was
And then what was the deal I saw on your Instagram? Something about, was Iggy like making out with a dog over you at midnight or something? Like, what was happening?
No, I'm jealous of his animals. He's like kind of Dr. Dolittle. He has 2 birds. He wants more animals. He wants another dog. He wants a chameleon. I'm like, no, please, no. I mean, literally,
a chameleon now. He wants a chameleon.
His apartment is just like 2 birds flying everywhere, like all the time.
He lets them out of the cage and lets them fly around the apartment.
Sarah, they land on my head sometimes.
Are you kidding? Okay, I am not coming over. What?
I'm not kidding. He likes the birds to be free roaming.
Where do they shit when they're
all over the place?
Oh God.
There's literally shit everywhere. And he goes around and cleans it. And they sleep in their cages, but during the day, they're just like free roaming his room. And then when we're all there.
Well, he's at work.
No, they're in his room free roaming. But then when he's back and like we're both at the apartment, they're just flying around.
But in the meantime, they've shit all over his bed or wherever they like.
Right.
What is wrong? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a mess. So at midnight, I get like a little peck and then he just grabs his dog and it's just like, I love you so much. And I'm just like, bitch, what about me and my needs? I'm so jealous of the love he gives his dog. I mean, he never tells me I'm beautiful and he's always to his dog. He's like, so cute. Like he has little baby like voices he does with the dog.
To the dog?
Yeah. I never get any of the action.
Oh, come on. He must, but I feel like he really
Never.
likes you. What, I mean, come on.
I hope so after over 2 years now. Yeah. So
But he needs to be sexting you up. I mean, your eggs are not drying up like mine. I mean, my options are limited. They're limitito. I mean,
I'm pretty sure I've been through your DMs a couple times on Instagram and your options are not dried out. You got some real winners up in there. Promise.
Well, no, they're not. No.
You guys, I'm lucky enough to have a full like login to Sarah's social media because sometimes I post things and I just like for fun, I'll be, hungover in the morning, just going through Sarah's DMs like, hey, sugar, can I rub those titties of yours? I'm like, oh my God. And that is the messages that Sarah gets. I'm like, wow, you really get those messages.
And
though.
God bless them. I do. And there's a lot of lovely men out there who are trying to find love in all the wrong places. And, when you click on their profile and like, it's so awful that they don't know where the camera is for the phone. So they're like looking down with their crazy eyes. And you're like, sir, I'm not going to let you rub my tits if you can't stare into the camera. Like, I mean, come on.
It's a 1-2 step. Like you just open the camera, take a picture of yourself. It's not hard.
Yeah.
So my new idea is to do video streaming, like doing Twitch and being like a video girl gamer.
You got to. I love this idea.
I feel like, I already have like 15 jobs and I feel like this could just be an extra side hustle. So you're just like, get on there and you play video games and you're like, oh shit, like I got shot. And then people just gotta do it. And then you just say, hey, my PayPal is this. And people just like send you money. You can make like $10,000 a month.
Well, you could be doing this just like whatever you wanted to do, making cheese boards. You are that interesting and hot. You really are.
I don't know about that. I'm just going to be doing some voices and some crazy shit on there.
The gaming world is for real.
The gaming world is for real. How am I just now finding out about this?
Those people never leave their house. So like you're all set. Like you've got, I mean, are you kidding?
Oh boy. That's my new venture.
I can't wait to read your DMs. Oof. You're going to look PG compared to mine. Can you stick that Fortnite controller where when the sun doesn't shine? Like they're going to do all that. I can't wait.
They sound really stuffy like that.
I'd really like to put my Fortnite controller in your ears. Yeah, they definitely sound like that. Alexis says, oh my God, I could not deal with Iggy. I have a neighbor who does that and it's so gross. He walks around with bird duty all over his sweater and his clothes.
Okay. I made him sound really bad. He's not that bad, guys. Like I really shit up his.
Your boyfriend is so hot. I made it sound bad. I rant about social media influencers that I look at and their boyfriends are so hideous. And I'm like, oh man, if I had Iggy.
I can't believe that the guys there, I mean.
Why are hot women with ugly guys?
It's not all about looks, but these girls are just so funny. And you think they've got like the best looking boyfriend, right? Like nice guy, doing a lot with his body. No.
He's got a dad bod at 28 and cannolis dripping out of his mouth. It's just like, I can't take it.
We're thinking about a particular one, which we will not name. Yeah, he's got like receding hairline times 15. Not there's anything wrong with that, but I don't know. At 25, you should not have a receding hairline like that.
Well, or I mean, maybe these guys are really good in bed. They've got to make up for it otherwise.
You've got to. It's not all about looks, Sarah. They could be really nice guys.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Damn
okay. All right. Look, we also want to give you an update. Two things. Tomorrow night is our Lindsay Lohan party. Many of you have RSVP'd. Bashes by Brooke. She's been in here. She did our awesome Christmas cocktail. She is coming back. She's going to be there. It's BYOB tomorrow night, but I will tell you, Brooke is going to have drinks for sale. So if you want a drink, she's going to have some really cool vodka punches. We have kind of like a whole Mykonos Greece thing happening. So Andrea's going to do a cheese board with more like Greek cheeses and salamis and pita and hummus and the whole thing. Tomorrow night is the premiere of Lindsay Lohan's Beach Club. I hate to tell you this, but the party is sold out. So if you didn't RSVP, we're already at 40. That's all we can take. I think Podcast Village thought we were inviting 20. We're praying.
Honestly, they're going to kick us out. So
whoops. If you did already RSVP though, bring your own snacks. We're going to have a few light things, but and join us. Party starts at 7. Showtime is 8 o'clock. And then we'll be also like live streaming. We also want to tell you a little update about our Facebook live show. So in the new year, we're revamping. We always want to make the show better for you and give you more content that you can interact with. So for the past probably 8 months, we decided that we would do Facebook stream live the show at noontime. But obviously we realized many of you are at work. You can't watch, like you're trying to catch it after. So we're going to take a little hiatus, probably towards the end of January through February. And then we're going to relaunch the show on YouTube as a YouTube live. YouTube is really where you can grow your own audience. We love Facebook, but very, very hard for new people to discover the show naturally. So we'll still post it. It's probably going to be at a later time on Facebook. So you're home from work, like at 8 o'clock. And then we'll be doing live YouTube shows. And you can also, of course, keep listening to us via podcast. So podcast is going to be happening. We're going to be launching our Patreon page so we can pay Paul Wharton even more. So he doesn't have to be on the Hamptons on the beach and he needs to be right here with us. So we have a lot of things coming up in March, but just to give you guys the heads up. So we'll definitely still be on Facebook, but it will not be airing at noontime. So there you go.
It's called premium content. There's going to be no more live. It's going to be all edited, fun, exclusive content that you want to see.
Yeah, and you'll still get the full video show, but right. I think a little bit more production value in it. And then at times we'll be going live when we have like something breaking or an event that we're at and all that stuff. But I think it will give people a chance to like see us in a quicker, you'll get the meat of the show.
Exactly. Couldn't have said it better.
Okay, perfect. Let's hit a couple of stories that we're fascinated by. Then we have 4 things that are popping. People were very upset with Kendall Jenner's so-called announcement. We'll tell you about that. We'll give you a recap of the Golden Globes, the worst dress, the drama of the night. Did you even watch the Golden Globes? You can comment right now on Facebook if you did. And then we have Pineapple Mail. So we have lots of that to get to. And you could always email me, sarah@frase.com. We are both, AJ and I were really into this story about a dad in England who found out after he went to the doctor that his 3 sons were not biologically his after 20 years. And he is now calling for the mystery lover and father of his 3 children to come forward. This story is crazy. So the guy's name is Richard Mason. He discovered the 3 children he had with his ex-wife were not his when his doctor told him that he'd been infertile since birth. Richard Mason sued his wife, Kate, of 20 years when a doctor told him in 2016 that he'd suffered from cystic fibrosis and was incapable of having children, despite the fact that as a couple, they'd had 3 kids. The 55-year-old businessman who co-founded MoneySupermarket.com tried to get a $4 million cash sum paid as part of his divorce settlement in 2008, returned, while also pursuing his ex-wife for paternity fraud. Mrs. Mason agreed to, at the end of November, to settle matters with a payment of £250,000, which is like closer to $500,000, on the condition the biological father remained anonymous. Well, now Richard is coming forward and saying, I want to know who the biological dad is. Help me. I'm having a hard time getting through this. Will you please reveal yourself? Can you believe this story?
I saw this article and I felt bad for him. In the picture, there's a picture of the whole family, and the wife looks like she has absolutely no remorse. She's smiling ear to ear. The kids are so cute. And the sad thing is that I've read that the 2 of the kids don't even talk to the dad anymore. They just want to get over the whole thing. But he raised them as his own kids.
I know. Raised them for years, that these sons. Supposedly the sons still want to spend time with Richard Mason. He says that it's been much more difficult because now he, yes, of course, he raised them as his own, but he was lied to and deceived for so many years that he's having a really hard time. And he says that it would just be nice to know who the real father of the boys is, because he can't get over it. And the reason that Mrs. Mason stopped fighting him is she did not want the paternity of the biological father revealed.
What if it's one of his closest friends? Has to be, because why would she want to hold that identity?
They're saying that it's maybe somebody she worked with at Barclays, that she worked in the banking business. Maybe she worked with him.
I remember them saying that. And when she would go to her London business trips, that's when they would have their little rendezvous. But their scandal lasted years, 5 or 6 years. Oh my! If I found this out about somebody that I was in love with, you know what? But they had already divorced. So I wonder what that was about. Why they got divorced in the first place.
Great question. Can you imagine though, deceiving somebody like that?
No, I can't even lie to people. I have a hard time lying.
But see, I think to myself, I bet the biological father doesn't even know. I bet he doesn't even know he's the father.
My God.
Can you imagine? Can you
No.
imagine? And
How
she had
can
to
you
settle and pay this guy $500,000. basically to end it.
Yo, bitch is a psychopath. She is crazy.
Bitch is so crazy.
That's why, okay. How can anybody trust anybody anymore? I mean, if I was that dude, I'd be like, I can never trust a woman again.
Well, I feel like, that's pretty extreme. Don't you think? It's pretty extreme. Like, yeah, I don't think that, although I do think it happens a lot more than you think. I think people think that somebody's their parent, but they're not. And so, I know people that like, even my brother like went out on a date with a woman and she had a son. And like, I don't even think the son knew like who his real father was. And it's like crazy. If you're telling somebody else that, like eventually he's going to find out and they're going to be so resentful.
Right.
Isn't that crazy? I would be, oh my God, that would be mind blown.
She probably thought she was getting away with the whole thing. That's the sad part. Until he found out that he was infertile. She was like, just got away with that whole entire affair.
And got like a huge $4 million settlement.
That bitch. No.
That bitch.
That's when you can call a woman a bitch.
There are several women that are choosing to not shave the entire month of January, and it's called January.
Yo.
I love this idea. What do you think? Would you think we should do this as a challenge? Like, we'll just see who can grow out their hair the longest, like before they have to shave.
You and Louise can. I will. No.
Why not? Why?
I hate
full leg hair. Women are going full leg hair. No armpit hair, or they're like growing out their armpit hair.
Ew, I can't stand armpit hair. I get peeved out when I have like an inch. I'm like, I feel dirty. Pubes. Oh, I know your ass has a bush under there. Your ass has a thick bush. I know for a fact.
What's wrong with being natural?
There's nothing wrong. I have just been groomed, sadly, as a millennial to believe that we need to shave everything.
Brainwashed from society.
I am.
Hair is natural.
It is natural.
I want to know if anyone will do January with me.
For video views, to tell me I'm going to go viral, I'll do January. I'm a thirsty bitch. Give me the views. Give me the money.
Well, these women are getting hundreds of likes on their Instagram pictures.
Okay, hell no, because people are disgusted. Are they really posting Instagrams of their hairy armpits?
Of their January already, yeah. They're just, it's just a week in.
Yeah, it's the 6th. Give me till the 30th.
Look at these girls. Like, they are in sexy athleisure wear, and then they lift up their arm, and it is a full, although it doesn't really bother me. Except for, doesn't it really smell like the more hair you get? Or
the more hair you have, it just attracts the smell more. You sweat more.
Or is that, look, now this woman has like a week's worth of growth. Oh my God.
Luis is covering his eyes.
Those armpits.
Oh, that's normal. That looks like about a week. Now the girl that had a bush down there, that's not a week's worth of hair growth.
How about
Sarah,
this woman?
With your BO, you really should not be letting your hair grow. That is just going to fester in there.
What about my leg hair?
Okay, let that out. Let that grow. I let that grow for like a week and a half.
That's her leg hair. Can you see it? It's super blonde.
You know what? If you have blonde hair, then let it grow. It doesn't look like anything.
I don't think I really do. Here you go.
Blonde hair, you can't see anything.
This woman looks like she's got my body.
Oh Lord, what? Why is she posed like that?
She's got curves. She's body positive, like I am.
I know Luis wants us to put the pictures up, but we're not showing it. You got to go to heyfrase.com.
Oh, wait, which one? Oh, January.
This one? No.
Hold on, let me find a good one for you. Let me find a good one for those of you on Facebook Live. There you go. Can you see that? Right there. They're basically just women with like really long armpit hair. Right there.
I don't know.
You're
I'm
not
not
feeling
a fan.
it. Really?
Like I said, I'll do it for
Doesn't bother me.
I'll do it for the views. Well, it's somebody else's body. It doesn't bother me. It's on her, but
it is kind of hard to like grow it out on your own, I think.
Yes.
You're like long leg hair. It's a challenge.
Yes. If I go to the gym and I'm doing, over the head exercises, I get very insecure, even though ain't nobody looking at me, but I get insecure that people are like, ew, her armpits.
If you are already having a difficult year, I love these tips from John Gordon.
These were the most...
You didn't like them?
Sarah.
Too PG?
No. Read the number one tip.
Stay positive.
Okay.
Too basic?
The title of the article is 2019, How to Stay Positive. Number one, stay positive. Like, bitch, what? 2019, how to be financially stable. Number one, make money and be financially stable.
Number two is take a daily thank you walk. Did you like that? You can't be stressed and thankful at the same time. Feel blessed and you won't be stressed.
It's the shittiest list. Like cliche, wipe my ass, cliche.
Number 3, eat healthier foods.
Okay, I support that.
But that's cliche as well.
You're
they
right.
grow on trees and plants and less food manufactured in plants. Are you already depressed about January? I'm
I'm depressed every fucking day.
Are you really? I'm reinvigorated. I really am
No.
enjoying like 20. I actually feel like I have so much clarity. I feel like I did so much bullshit in 2018, just like projects and crap that didn't work out. And I'm like, done. DONE.
2019, new year.
New year.
New me.
New year, new me. I am moving forwards. I am getting pregnant. I am getting married.
Well, you know what? Yeah,
I'm getting a Tavasha with all you all.
you have a really big year coming up. Your wedding is this year, and probably your birth. You're going to France. I mean, I've got my brother's wedding
going
to look
anymore.
forward. What? I thought you already booked the trip. Yo, I hate when you do this shit. You're like, we're going to France and we're doing this. And what happened to the France
I don't live
trip?
a Paul Warren lifestyle. Well, because here's the thing. We have to cut.
Money.
Are we cutting 50 people off the guest
Right.
list who are looking forward to getting married, or are we going to France? Because let me tell you, we're doing open bar for everyone. My husband does not want people to pay for one single drink.
Love Dano.
We're doing donut wall. We're doing desserts.
Okay. I think you can do without the donut wall. Or that's like a must for you. You have to have a donut
No,
wall.
I have no desire.
I mean, wait. Actually, can you explain the premise? Because when you explained it to me, it sounded way better. But when I first heard donut wall, I was like, you're just gonna have donuts lining a wall. But somebody's hand pops out of a wall and hands you a donut, right?
No, they like hang on like these little pegs. It's like a cute, colorful donut wall.
Cancel the donut wall. I'm just kidding. That's super Instagrammable. Let's do it.
No, wait. We're basically like the low end. We're at $78 a head. So we're either going to France for thousands of dollars, or we're inviting more people to the wedding. What would you do?
How long would you go to France for? 2 weeks?
Yeah, well, yeah, basically he would go for 2 weeks because he's going for like a soccer work trip. And then I was supposed to join him the couple of days after.
Sarah, you got to go at least with when Dan's there for his trip.
You think I should?
He's going to find some Parisian woman who's hairy.
Oh, yeah, right. Please.
Get in there.
Are you kidding? I would love to see him make out with someone else. That would be awesome. That's what I said to him. I'm like,
honestly, we always say this. I would love to see that.
I'm like, why don't we have a joint bachelorette and bachelor party? And he was like, absolutely not. I was like, why? I want to see you like make out with someone or like get a lap dance. Like he is so awkward. Like I would love to see some woman like shake her vagina in front of him. I don't even know what he would do.
Honestly, I can attest. I think he would be like shaking like, you shouldn't be doing this.
It would be so epic and awkward. Yeah. Are you kidding? I would love it. Please. He grew up with as a complete Star Wars nerd. Like
you're right. He did. And we should do joint
like we should get him a Han
party.
Solo lap dance. Like he'd be super excited.
Then he'd be
that.
lit.
Like if Chewbacca came
sucked
in,
his dick and then and then Leia comes out, Princess Leia, and she's like massaging his body. Honestly,
that would be he would be down for that.
Not bad.
I don't know. People are like, that is not 1 week, Sarah.
Honestly. Okay, so right, the France trip.
Everything is like because
it's up in the air.
We're all up in the air. Because I'm going to go back for 2 fittings to Maine for my wedding dress. Then we've got France. Then we've got 200 people supposedly coming to this wedding, and we do not want to serve them, chicken nugget bar.
Kibbles and bits. Yeah.
Then we're supposed to go to France. Then we go up north in Michigan to his family for a week. Like I can't take all this time off.
Your honeymoon is with his family?
Well, no, every year, like in June or July, we go up to northern Michigan where he's from, and we all go on vacation with his family.
That's right. Wow, you've got a lot of vacation coming up.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I can't like now because we really didn't think we were really getting married. Like December was it. I was like, 2019 is # moving forward. So,
# yay or nay.
Hey, yay or nay. We're moving forward, or I'm moving on to that guy that can't look into the camera that wants to massage my titties, because one way or the other. And he was like, okay, I really want to get married. So we're getting married. So we didn't really plan
establish that. Yeah.
I know. I'm kind of bummed because I really want to. I love France.
Okay, plan for 2020.
I know. That's what I was thinking. And I really want to go to Bora Bora. Don't we all?
Like that's like everybody's to-do list. God, Bora Bora. That sounds nice. Yeah.
Oh God,
Literally.
It's my favorite. Do the voice where Dan talks about Star Wars. Sarah, I just want to enjoy 2 lightsabers on my wedding night.
Why do I die so much?
When I don't know any of the Star Wars terms. I wish I did. Sarah, this is the scene where they go to the cafe and all of the little what I don't even know what they're called. All of Leia's minions get together at the bar and they do a dance.
Okay, Minions is from.
Oh, is that another show?
He loves from Despicable Me.
He really likes Captain Planet, Captain America. What Captain America, right? Captain Planet was like a cartoon,
Captain America.
Right?
He
hot. Loves Captain America. I don't even know what the premise of Captain America is.
He starts as a dweeby little kid and then he gets bulky in this science experiment.
Sarah, I'm working out so I can be like Captain America. Okay, Dan, whatever you want. All I know is when we first moved in together, he had a Captain America shield that he wanted to hang on the wall. I was like, fuck no. We're not dead serious. I'm dead serious.
This is why men do not interior decorate. Rule number 1. I'm sorry, a Captain America shield.
Like, he has had the ultimate come up since we've been together. When I met him, he had like a Captain America shield at his bar that he wanted to like hang up. I'm like, I'm sorry, we are not. No. Is this him calling? He's probably like...
Well, it's not, but it belongs in a man cave.
Yeah. That doesn't go in the apartment. What do you have in your house right now, Louise? You're single. Okay. Do you actually have that out displayed where like women could see it when you bring them home? Okay, thank God. See, there you go. All right. Because if I saw that, I'd be like, oh, how nice. Okay. But Dan won me with a lot of other charm, you know?
All that charm.
All that charm. All right, 4 things that are popping. It's popping. Those are all the big celebrity stories that are happening in the world that we have to share with you. People are very upset with Kendall Jenner, 23 years old. She and Kris Jenner had anticipated or promoted that she had a huge announcement yesterday on her Twitter. Unfortunately, it turns out that much anticipated raw story was just her battle with acne and now a multi-million-dollar new gig with the Spot Cream Proactive. What a letdown. I'm surprised that they would do this.
Thing. You're not.
Gee, I didn't make $22 million. I didn't even make $1 million. I barely could pay my bills last year. We are not connecting.
I'm sorry, I'm not one of the top models of America and the world right now. So I'm gonna say no on the connecting part, but
let me tell you, plastic surgery helps with all your acne as well. Like when you can get those craters filled with various things. Like, how is this even I actually thought this was a terrible move for them.
I did too, because I love when they try to connect with people. Like, we watch you guys as an extra, like a fantasy world. We don't watch you to connect with you.
Yeah,
we watch you to watch you guys buy Bentleys and Lambos and have sex with like hot black men. We're not actually watching you to feel warm inside. We want to laugh and be entertained.
No, but I mean, a few people were showing support for her that, of course, acne, like if you have debilitating acne, right. I totally get it. We all know people, we grew up with people. It's very, very difficult.
Yes.
But that doesn't warrant, like I thought her big announcement was, something serious was going on with them or something had happened to her in her child. I mean,
that's what I thought to everybody. Okay, that's why it was a publicity stunt.
Everybody knows she has acne. She's addressed it before. She said she's self-conscious about it. And
we get it.
At the end of that to go, oh, by the way, we got a Proactive deal. Great. You need more money?
Oh, another millions of dollars for you? Awesome.
How about you give us like a free Proactive, like,
now that she should be giving out tons of Proactive money for people.
Absolutely. Also locally, Wayne Rooney, one of the stars of DC United, was arrested at Dulles Airport a couple of weeks ago for drunk and disorderly and public intoxication. This is kind of a bummer because he was like doing so well. December 16th, so almost a month ago, the DC United star Wayne Rooney was arrested. He was charged with public swearing and intoxication after, according to a Loudoun County General District Court document, the misdemeanor resulted in a $25 fine, $91 in fees. I don't even know why they.
I'm sorry. That's like a drop in the bucket.
Yeah. I mean,
please give us $25 in fees. Thank you.
Apparently, Rooney caused an alarm to go off at an international arrivals gate, but didn't breach airport security. He had returned from a promotional trip to Saudi Arabia. A person close to the situation said that Rooney had consumed 3 mixed drinks and taken a sleeping pill on the flight.
Saturday night.
But do you think it's just, can one sleeping pill and 3 drinks mess you up like that?
No. Dude was on way more than that.
You think so? You think he was like... it's sad because it seems like I don't really know a lot about Wayne Rooney except through Dan, because Dan's kind of in the soccer world. But
he was like a good family guy. He has a couple kids with his same wife, and
they live in Bethesda, Maryland.
Yeah.
But I guess it seems like, unfortunately, that maybe the guy has some issues with alcohol. When was this? When he was with Ed Sheeran?
This is from 2015. June 2nd, 2015. Drunk Wayne Rooney and Ed Sheeran sing Angels in New York.
This is like
his eyes are donezo.
Oh. Oh boy, he's taking the mic. Oh boy, wow.
trying to put the mic down. Really can't even see the mic stand.
Yes, we don't own the rights to that music. Sorry. I don't know. I never know what we're supposed to play or not. Damn, he looks really busted. And actually, that looks like Ed Sheeran's
they're
trying to
making
make out. Yeah. Sad for Wayne Rooney because I feel like he had such a huge year. Golden Globes were last night. Many of you guys on Facebook Live are saying, no, you didn't watch it.
I thought they had some good moments.
Did you? Like what? The Fiji water girl?
Well, the Fiji water girl watching Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper with A Star Is Born were big front runners, but they only won one thing, which was like song.
Right, which is everybody was so...
Yeah. Bohemian Rhapsody, the biopic about Freddie Mercury and the British rock band Queen won Best Drama at the 76th Annual Golden Globes. Oh my gosh, is it Rami Malek? I don't know how to say his name. Rami Malek, who's the actor. He won and thanked Mercury on stage for giving him the thrill of a lifetime. Green Book, the inspirational true story about a budding friendship between an African-American pianist and a white bouncer on tour in the Deep South, won 3 Globes, including Best Picture in the musical comedy category. It beat out Vice, the polarizing Dick Cheney biopic, which led all films with 6 nominations. So I was surprised. Nothing for Black Panther either.
Nothing for Black Panther.
Nothing for Black Panther.
Was crazy to me. I thought they should have gone home with at least 1.
Yeah, me too, because biggest film of the year. I bet most people haven't even seen Green Book.
Literally. I was like, I don't even know that came out. Now, what's this girl's name? Regina King? The one in the pink dress?
Oh, yeah. What did she win for? I honestly, I got to tell you, like, this was the first year. I love Sandra Oh. I love Andy Samberg, but I think it was real. I know they're trying to be super politically correct and very inclusive. And I love and support all those things, but I really, really miss, oh God, what's his name? He was so good. Like past host. Oh, why am I drawing a blank? He's a comedian. Oh, and he's British and he's like so funny. Anyway, he was like the original Office person.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and he's hosted. Okay, wait. Now I gotta look for it. Original.
By the way, Regina King was the winner of Best Supporting Actress.
Oh, Ricky Gervais.
Ricky Gervais.
Like I miss Ricky Gervais, and I don't know. I feel like Tiffany Haddish would have been great. I feel like Whoopi Gold. I like the people that can. Sandra Oh and Andy Samberg are sweet. They're very nice people.
Love Andy. Sandra Oh was surprised about. She has a lot of talent, but I was surprised as a host.
Did you like her?
I liked her. I thought she had a little cute little tidbits and jokes that she got in there. But I don't know. I wasn't, everybody's going to hate me, but Grey's Anatomy wasn't like my thing. Maybe it's because I didn't grow up when it really got established.
Right. I never watched it either.
I mean, I watched a little bit and it got juicy, but
I know.
I was never wowed.
I never was wowed either. They did an okay job. I liked when Ricky Gervais would just come out drinking, but I think it was very subdued. Like they didn't play up the drinking as much. I think, they're trying to still behave in Hollywood.
They said that this year was supposed to be a year about cleanliness and being nice to people. So when they came out, Andy Samberg and Sandra, they were supposed to be really nice and giving words of praise to people. And they're like, 2019.
I don't know. I always go back and forth with myself because I miss the Joan Rivers roasting people on the red carpet being like, what are you wearing? What is that? Why are you wearing trash? You look like a hoe. You can't really say that. So, but I'm always like, should I be evolving? Like, I'm always curious. Are people like me and want to see a Joan Rivers roast everybody? Or are people like over that and they like it being very politically correct and no one, I don't know. Like, I want them to make fun of like Christian Bale and like,
that'd be nice.
I always like it when I like it when the hosts roast people so badly they pan to the audience and they're super fucking annoyed. Like when they would always make fun of like Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, and then you'd pan to them and they were furious. I'm like, their faces.
Oh, that's good. Oh yeah. I mean, I'm just pissed that we weren't invited to the Golden Globes. That's really my only hang up.
I think we just, well, don't worry. We're getting an agent. And then it's, balls out.
High tails to the NYC in LA.
Yeah, absolutely.
Except, you've got like a wedding to plan and children to have. So
no problem. I'll just Skype in. I'll Skype in from the red carpet. Also, people, Allison Brie responds to Chrissy Metz's diss rumors. Nothing but love. The two women say that they're all good. This is after Chrissy Metz, you know her from This Is Us, allegedly said, made a comment when she was doing a live stream. Like they asked her, oh, do you know who Allison Brie is? And she was like, yeah, I know who that is. She's a fucking bitch. And then like,
I got the audio. Okay, so I think they just staged the whole thing because you can't even hear it and they just go beep.
The 38-year-old star of This Is Us denied that there was drama on Twitter, writing, it's terribly unfortunate anyone would think, much less run a story that was so completely fabricated. I adore Allison, and I would never say a bad word about her.
I'm going to side with her because I honestly think that you as an actress and anybody who's in the entertainment industry, when you're mic'd, you don't say a damn thing. I mean, I heard a couple things when I worked in news. They would be like, that fucking bitch.
Really? They would talk shit?
They would talk so much. You must know.
Well, I'm usually the one talking this shit. So I guess everybody
you
is like...
You make sure that mic is off.
Oh, I do all the time. Yeah. Oh my God. When I weekend, lifestyle host, for Fox 5. So I'm always like, oh my God. I know at any time that they're just going to bring up live stream. Like they'll be like, guys, you're back on. I'll be like, okay. Well, y'all know me. I love to talk a little, a little diss, a little gossip. I'll just like make up a whole thing. Yeah.
I love the dirt.
Yeah, I love the
I didn't mean that's all love, guys.
I'm just like, when they come back on and it's live, I'm just going to be like, spilling tea, y'all, spilling tea. Like try to see if everyone's cool with that.
Sarah's the master saver.
Oh my God, no, it's horrible. Lastly, by the way, they named some of the people the worst dressed. Anne Hathaway wore a leopard number that people thought was absolutely terrible. Also, Juliana Moore got worst dressed. It was kind of like this white number that almost looked like it had a mesh kind of skirt. People felt like the top and the bottom did not go together. Deborah Messing was also, she looked like a swan had thrown up all over her. Looks like some terrible feathers and awful tailoring. And then Darren Criss, also people thought looked really bad. He wore a Dior suit jacket, but they thought that it looked more like an IKEA bedspread.
Yikes.
Yeah. Bedspread. So there you go. Lastly, it's a bedspread. It was like a floral print. I didn't think he looked bad.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway, yikes. That's a lot of pattern.
It didn't look like it fit on the shoulders either. You know what I mean?
Right. I see that.
It's supposed to be off the shoulder number, but it didn't really work.
We'll be posting this all on up on Twitter.
And that's my thing too. It's like when we go to the Golden Globes, like I'm going to wear a Bjork, like I'm going to wear like a duck outfit, just like a dead duck or like birds flying and shitting on my head. Like no one has fun anymore. Like I think they're worried about people. And I'm like, why are you worried about people making fun of you? Who cares?
Let's white chicks it up when they wear the swan thing that goes over their sweater. White chicks.
Yes.
The Wayans brothers, let's do it.
What are those new pants out that are chicken dumpling legs or something?
Yes.
Like I'm going to wear those.
Let's do it. We got to do as a duo.
I agree. Lastly, on the show, we do Pineapple Mail. That's all your questions, your feedback, anything that you want to weigh in on this show. You can always email sarah@heyfrase.com. Here's a couple quick ones. Someone on our Instagram wanted to know, who do you guys buy your sex toys from? That's Parties by MK. We love her. She's sponsored, by the way, the live 3-year anniversary show. She's super awesome. Parties by MK. Also, I got this really unique message from a woman who was like, can I ask you just one thing? And I was like, of course, ask away. I'll try to answer. And she goes, how did you get a sugar daddy? I don't have one. I really wish I did. P.S. I'm with Captain America's, wannabe
understudy.
Brother. Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. If you think that Sarah has a sugar daddy, what about people that actually have sugar daddies?
Please weigh in.
Where Sarah, first off, Sarah Ubers to work every day, wears her Lambo. Sarah has one backpack that she lives and dies in. I'm pretty sure you sleep in that leopard backpack. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's that leopard dingy ass book bag.
Wow.
She doesn't have an Hermes, like an Hermes.
No,
duffel.
I don't. You got that right. Absolutely not. This woman was so sweet. Yeah. I just have a few questions. How did you get a sugar daddy? I wish.
Honey, if Sarah knew, she would have spread the news already.
I would have told you all the secrets. Lastly, we got this one. Hey, ladies, I'm hoping to get some advice. I love the podcast. Sarah, I've really appreciated you mentioning your cold sores and how open you are about them.
You are really open about those. You're like, oh, I got one flaring up right now. It's just red and pussy.
I would love to get some insight from you on dating with them. I got my first cold sore 3 to 4 years ago and told the guy that I was casually seeing at the time. Luckily, he was totally cool with it, and we ended up dating for almost 3 years. Thankfully, I only got them once or twice a year. We broke up several months ago, and I've started dating again, and I'm wondering how you bridge the conversation of cold sores with a new person. I've only told one guy I've been involved with since I've started dating, and while he was supportive and appreciated the honesty, he ultimately told me that he would only be friends because of it. And it pretty much stopped talking to me altogether. I know they estimate 50 to 80% of people have the virus and that it's basically just a cosmetic issue. But I also know if you have it, you can give someone genital herpes if you perform oral sex on them. So I'm wondering how to broach the subject. Have you had any similar experiences when disclosing? I think. I'm trying to even think when I told Dan that I had like cold sores. I think it just like came up when I had one, because obviously when I have one, I just don't kiss him. I'm always really conscious of telling people so I don't use their drinks. You know me, like I always feel like you break the ice by just owning it. Like people always appreciate you just being like, okay, sorry, I've got herpes.
Full disclosure. Yeah, I have herpes.
What can I say? I've got the mouth herpes. What do you want me to do?
So no, but with Dan, okay, you can't remember when you told him, but what about when you guys get intimate? What happens? I
never kiss him or never do any sort of sexual things like if I have a cold sore. But I don't know if that's true. Can you really give someone genital herpes? I thought genital herpes is an entirely different strand. I am not a doctor, so I would...
Don't believe us.
Don't believe us. I would really do your Google research. I mean, I don't think I would do that to anybody with a cold sore anyway, because I guess, yeah, potentially but I don't know. That's a great question.
Or if the sore is open and there's stuff, then you can contract it. Somebody else can.
But I think or if they have mouth herpes is like a whole different thing. Strand. That's a really great question. I don't know. If you're a doctor, you can always email Sarah@heyfrase.com. We have a lot of doctors. Oh, we should call, you know what? We'll have to call Dr. Mintz and find out.
Dr. Mintz, we've got a question.
On the show. We completely forgot all of our sponsors today. So that was awesome. We didn't name one sponsor. Where are we? We get so caught up in our own stories. We forgot every sponsor.
Oh, no.
No worries. We'll get to that. Look, we love Dr. Mintz. We'll tell you all about him on Wednesday's show. No problem. Dr. Mintz, Dr. Mary, everybody.
Love them.
Okay, you guys, we love you so much. Be sure to head to iTunes. Leave a review for the Hey Frase podcast. We are trying to get to 500 reviews. Love you so much. We'll see you on Wednesday. Bye, everybody.
Follow Hey Frase and AJ on the mic.
Shout out, shout out, shout out.
Hey, friends, I like it. Hey, friends, I like it.
Review us on iTunes. Review us on iTunes.
Hey, friends, I like it.
Shout out, shout out, shout out.
Rock, Casbah, Rock, Casbah.